Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying 2 Belmont whipped cheesecakes. We have the pumpkin spice and the caramel apple. This Belmont is an ALDI brand. So these were $5.99 at ALDI, and you get them in the frozen section. I figured we would start over here at the counter and open them up for you, and then we'll go over to the table. I figured you'd want to see them up close. Oh. Okay, that's a surprise.
Right there.
I expected, I had my scissors ready and everything because I thought they would have a plastic around them, and they don't. They're just in here.
They're not cut either. And
they're not cut, no. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them. So you're supposed to get 8 pieces out of here. And that, ooh, you got to be careful because it is thawed. So we'll talk about how we thawed it and all that when we get over to the table. Right now, I just wanted you to honestly just be able to see it up close. Try the pumpkin first. It's creamy whipped cheesecake and a cookie crust. No high fructose corn syrup, no artificial flavors. This is 1 pound, 8 ounces. It says whipped cheesecake, pumpkin spice, creamy pumpkin spice whipped cheesecake topped with pumpkin spice sauce and whipped cream in a cookie crumb crust. Serving instructions: keep frozen until ready to serve. To thaw whole cheesecake, remove from the carton. I never do that. Remove from carton, thaw in the refrigerator for approximately 3 hours or at room temperature for 2.5 hours. So you can just lay it out on the counter.
We just always just stick it in the refrigerator overnight.
It says to thaw a slice. For a perfect slice, cut frozen cheesecake using a warm, wet knife. Thaw slice in the refrigerator for 45 to 60 minutes. So you don't have to thaw the whole thing if you don't want to. It says freezers and refrigerators may vary. Adjustments to time may be required. Recommended storage: cover unused portions. If frozen, return to freezer. If defrosted, return to the refrigerator for up to 3 days. Do not refreeze. Do not microwave. You especially don't want to microwave those. The tins, yeah, don't do that. 1/8 of the cheesecake, 85 grams, is 290 calories. There's 8 servings in here.
But you wouldn't want even taking a piece out and put it on a plate and microwave. It's going to melt.
So I'm going to get it.
I told Hay, I said the top part, this brown part, looks like barbecue sauce. It's that color. Mm-hmm. Well,
I really like that pumpkin flavor. That pumpkin spice, yes.
Without the brown sauce. It's very, it's got a lot of spice in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the brown sauce, whatever it is, mm-hmm. That's where all your spice is.
I thought some back there too.
A little bit, but not nearly as strong as that. It's pretty strong.
I think the whole thing is a strong flavor. That's probably more concentrated.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But I think the whole thing is really, it's a really nice pumpkin spice. Mm-hmm. It's not overpowering. If you serve these for a holiday, I think your guests would be very, very happy with them. I really am impressed for just a little over $6. To get a nice pie, or they call it a pie? A cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
I think it's very nice.
I do have to say the texture too. It's good texture, but it kind of reminds you of being whipped cheesecake. It reminds you of, like, the whole thing kind of reminds you of a Cool Whip kind of texture.
Mm-hmm. Did you just have the white part? Because it's really,
looks like meringue.
Sometimes if you get that white part though, it won't have any flavor at all. It won't have any sweetness. That actually has sweetness to it.
Yeah, that's like more of a meringue than a Cool Whip.
It has a lot of sugar in there. It's really nice. So I would totally get that pumpkin spice. I like it. I think it's nice.
Too. But I know that, like, our kids, neither one of them like that whipped cream pie kind of texture, so they may not like that.
Nothing makes Andrew more ticked off or disappointed than somebody to bring a cake
that has Cool Whip frosting.
And he's like, why?
I agree with him. Why would you put Cool Whip with the frosting?
I know. We want frosting. So yeah, our kids will absolutely not eat this. So we wouldn't serve it ourselves. But you probably have family members that would really enjoy it.
It just doesn't have that dense cheesecake texture. It's whipped cheesecake, and it does say that.
Yes.
So just know it is a different texture.
Yes. Okay, so this is the caramel apple, and it looks yummy. Go ahead and take a bite if you want. Caramel apple, creamy caramel whipped cheesecake with apple sauce, topped with caramel curls and whipped cream in a cookie crumb crust. Okay, this one is 280 calories. So the pumpkin was more, was 290. This one's 280 for an egg. And it's same directions on there, of course. Are you saving the tip for me?
I got some.
Thank you.
The end piece has where all the,
Thank you.
it has all the apple, like part of it. And it's really good.
You know what though? There's some right there too.
There's some back in there, but you go just a little bit. It's just overlapping. But you go to the back of it, there's none.
Okay. That is so delicious.
Big difference in the back though.
I love it though.
It's good.
Love it. That tastes like caramel.
It's caramel on the back, but all the apple flavor is in that front piece. I don't know why they didn't make it like 2 layers. Because the way it is now, if you eat the center of it, of the pie, it's that's where all your apple is. So once it's gone, and there's no more apple. But the caramel's really good too.
I love that caramel. The caramel. No, you're not going to get the apple in the back, but I think you're going to be so happy with that caramel. It's a very sweet and delicious. Yeah, you just want to keep eating it. It's wonderful. I would totally get this again and again.
And the last of the apple part.
This is the one I would choose out of the two. Although,
which is
honestly,
surprising because you're not a big apple.
No, I love it though. That apple, it's like the inside of one of those, like when you get those apple pies, the hand pies. That's what that's like. The apple,
inside of an apple pie or a.
It's like sweetness.
A baked apple.
Overload. It's sweeter than the pumpkin.
It is sweeter, especially when you get the apple part.
It's wonderful. It's the inside of a ham pie, and it's like almost like the sweetness level of a donut, like a Krispy Kreme or something. It's that sweet. But if you're having a lot of family and you can afford it, I think it would be awesome to have both of them.
They're both really good.
Yeah. Because, you know, around the holidays, that's the time that you usually have multiple desserts to offer to people. And most people will get, I know like in our family, everybody would get like 3 desserts on one.
Try a little bit. You might not get a full slice. No. You might only get a half a slice.
Like a half a slice, but that way you get to try something that everybody.
We always do that. We don't eat on these. We eat on full size plates, so we can spread multiple desserts out.
And then you can eat Aunt Bethany's dessert and Mom's dessert and Tammy's dessert. You know, so
I like both of these. I really do. And if you like a pumpkin spice, but you don't like necessarily like pumpkin pie, I think this cheesecake's a really good alternative because you get the pumpkin spice flavor without getting pumpkin pie.
I agree because if you don't like the texture, this just has that nice light whip texture.
Yeah, more pumpkin spice than pumpkin. No, it says pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice, yeah.
It doesn't have a pumpkin flavor really.
Right. So you'll have to let us know if you try these from Aldi.
Yeah, and you know how Aldi is. You wait 2 days and they won't have them anymore.
Right. So if you're watching this video and your Aldi does not have these anymore, wait till next year. They'll come out again. They'll come out again next year. And
be watching out.
Watch the video again. And but if I only had money for one, I would choose the apple. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.